Hi everybody, this is me with no makeup on. It's been mentioned that I know a little bit about makeup, so I thought I'd do this is how to do what I do as a natural look makeup. A lot of people keep saying, oh, she's not wearing any makeup, she looks amazing, blah blah blah. Actually, most of those times they are wearing makeup. Now, brief disclaimer, I work for the Body Shop. I get most of my skincare, most of my makeup, in fact pretty much all of my skincare and makeup from the Body Shop, and that's because it's convenient. I like it. It's against animal testing, and it actually gets on really well with my skin. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying it's you know, brilliant. I'm not doing comparison here, and it's not advertising for the Body Shop. It's just what I've got close to hand, and it's what I use. If you've got a CC cream you think is better, that's fine. I'm not here to push the brand any more than I am here to say, oh, this stuff is worse than my stuff. So disclaimer out the way. This is my natural look makeup, which I'll be using for my Mary Jane costume if I can get to MCM. I know somebody did ask me to do this. Pete, this is for you, if it gets live other than me sending it to you and hiding the link. This is something that somebody's interested in, so I'm doing a video about it, and let's see where we go. So first thing to say is I've already cleansed, toned and moisturised. Again, Body Shop stuff, because I work there. I don't normally talk about how, you know, where I work on here and stuff, because I'm not supposed to, you know, broadcast it, but I feel I need that disclaimer so that you know where I'm coming from on this. The colour's going a bit odd on my laptop. I might have to re-record this, but we'll see. I've already cleansed, toned and moisturised. Really important before you put makeup on to make sure you're doing it on a clean face, so that you're not getting all that dead skin and dirt and stuff wrapped up in your day cream or your primer or whatever you're putting on. Apologies for my appearance, it's my day off. I wanted to keep my hair out of my way, so we've got it in a plait, and yeah, I couldn't be asked to do anything clothing wise, so vest top and my very, very cool new leggings. I will not be going out in public like this. And you also have all the boobs, because vest top, it's warm out there. You can see the sun coming in. I'm not putting something on just because I'm doing a YouTube video. I keep looking down because I've got this, what I need to read, what I need to say written in notes on my phone, which is down there. So just so you know. Right, so the first thing I'm going to put on is my primer. Again, it's from work. If you ask, I will tell you all the products I'm using. I'm not going to advertise them because I feel like that's brand pushing. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the products. So this is my primer. It's actually become part of my skincare routine now. It's one of my shop's brands that has some skincare goodness in it as well. I really like it. It does nice things to my skin, so that's why I always use it, even if I'm not wearing makeup over the top. But primer, it does make your makeup last longer. There are some really good primers out there that make there less shine on the skin, and that make your makeup last longer. It is important to use a primer if you want your makeup to last all day. It also helps stop creasing. It helps stop that sort of slight movement of the makeup. If you're wearing a lot of foundation or whatever, it means that it's not going to move. If you're just wearing a little bit, and maybe not as much of a big deal. But this is my primer, so you don't need very much. This is for the newbies. You don't need very much. That's about as much primer as I use, and then half of that goes across there, and then there's a tiny bit left on my finger. The rest goes across there, and that bit, and there's some left on my fingers, so there's more going on my forehead than looks. And that's primer. I always have something to clean my hands with, because I don't want to mix the primer into something else. You want clean hands when you apply anything. So the next step is my CC cream. Again, from work. Again, use what you have. CC cream is really good for the skin, in the sense of it's a light product that evens out the skin tone. Its CC is colour correct, so it's getting rid of those imperfections and making your skin look more even. This one is brilliant for my skin, and I've just realised there's glitter all over that face cloth that I've just used to wipe my hands with. The last time I used it, I had a bath with a bath bomb in it, so my face is now going to be glittery as well. Side effect of using bath bombs. So this is the CC cream. I tend to use a bit more than probably necessary, and I always use it off the back of my hand because it makes a good palette. So that is how much. It's about quite a tall blob, the size of a 5p piece. A big pea, a garden pea rather than a petit pois. That helps. And then you want to dab it and apply it. I mean, a little bit so you can see where I'm applying it. And you just apply it like a moisturiser. So you want to get everywhere. I can't actually see whether this is going on nice and smooth or not because the light is horrible on this computer, and I don't have a mirror, so I may have to pause this for a second and go and find a mirror. You notice I'm avoiding my eye area. I'm going to use some concealer in a minute because I have these beautiful violet bags under my eyes and I don't seem to be able to get rid of them regardless of what I do. I have yet to find... Oh, my colour's levelled off again. There it goes again. We've got our blue. I've yet to find an eye cream or an eye concentrate that I've actually stuck to fix my eye bags. That's my failing, not the eye cream's failing. I've got a few and they're all about half empty because I don't use them religiously. That's something to actually talk about, is making sure you're using your skincare religiously. If you've got a day cream that says it's going to do something, use it every day. If you've got a face cream, moisturiser with an added SPF, only use it when you're going to need it, so don't use it as a night cream. It's not going to do you any good as a night cream. If you've got a primer that does something, use it when you need a primer. Don't use it all the time because it's not necessarily designed to be used all the time. And if you've got an eye cream that's supposed to help with eye bags, use it every day because that's the only way it's going to help. Now, I'm probably going to need a mirror for the next bit, but I'll try and do it without. So once you put your CC cream on, I would say that that's the time to use concealer, if you're going to use concealer. And I'm going to lean forward and try and do this with the video as a mirror. So you want to apply your concealer in a triangle over where you want to conceal. Funny that, especially if it's under the eyes. Now you can see that has, when the colour adjusts, taken out a lot of the dark colour under my eye that is visible still as the purple shadowing under there. Now I can't see to blend this, so I'm just going to break out the mirror. Forgive the logo on this one, I was trying to avoid any logos. So there we go. Actually that's blended quite nicely with the CC cream, that's why I couldn't see the edges. So it's mostly blended in nicely, and you can probably, if I lean forward, you can probably tell that's a lot more naturally blended than this side. I'm going to add a little bit more to make sure. There is a natural shadowing underneath your eyes. When you look in the mirror, the light doesn't hit it as much, so you are going to get a dark shadow under there, regardless of whether you've got the violet shadows that I have. So you don't necessarily need as much concealer as I seem to think I need, but I like hiding the violet shadows, otherwise they make me look like I've been punched in the face. So again, in a triangle underneath. And then the most important thing with concealer is blend the edges. Don't blend all the way through. You're going to rub it off if you blend all the way through. You'll notice I'm using my fingers. I am old school with that. I don't have all the brushes, but I don't like all the brushes. I would use a concealer brush, but it needs a wash at the moment. So I've washed my hands. I have clean hands. I know they're clean. I know my brush is not clean. Therefore, I'm using my fingers. I prefer that. So that is my CC cream and my concealer. Now, I'm not sure whether the light on this has actually made a difference, but hopefully that's given you a kind of idea of what the application is. Onwards, we're going to do eye makeup. Now, I would say an eye primer is really important, as well as a facial primer. I've not picked mine up, so I'm not going to bother. But eye primer goes all the way around, and the one that I've got is a colour corrector as well, so actually it would go underneath my concealer as well, and it will help hold the concealer on and help colour adjust that purple that I was talking about. However, you can get that colour adjust with the base coat of eyeshadow. So this is my favourite thing that Body Shop has launched recently. Oops, try not to blind you with the light. It's 5 shadow palette. You've got your pales on there. You've got black, you've got dark brown. It's a really nice earth tones shade. It's called Down to Earth. So, and I need the mirror to come off this. I'm going to be using that one, and that one for most of it. The first one is a very light, sort of latte coloured brown. And again, this might be difficult in the camera. You can probably see where that is going, but it's going all the way over the lid. I need a better setup if I'm going to do this properly. All the way over the lid and out into the corners. This is my eyeshadow primer in this case. Actually, you can see the colour difference there. And then we'll do the other eye. I tend to use the same brush for all my colours because I like the blender brush. I also use that for my eyeliner brush. I love this brush, it's amazing. But the blender brush gives you a much softer application technique than a flat eyeshadow brush. So that's my base colour. I'm just going to have to look in the mirror properly to see what's going on with that. And yeah, that's pretty even. Again, I always use my fingers to blend. I have to say, I've done a really uneven job of putting my CC cream on. I didn't actually look at that when I put it on. Really good tip with anything, foundation, BB cream, anything. When you've finished, take your hands and do that into the hairline, and then you won't end up with a line. Your hair doesn't care if you get your makeup on it, it doesn't tend to show up. So if you do that, it's just going to rub it into the ends of the hairline and make sure that you're not getting that line which shows you've got makeup on. I said I was going to use 3 colours. I think I'm only going to use 2, and that's the lightest one and then the mid brown that I pointed out. Just because I think using the darker one will look a bit too much. Don't blow on your brushes if you're doing somebody else, because you'll get little germs on their face. But I'm perfectly happy to blow on my brushes because it's me that's doing it. So the darker shade, if you want a sort of natural looking but opens up the eye appearance, darker shade should go on the outside. And again, I need to blend this with the mirror. And then I always blend it in the outer corner a bit more. Get rid of that really obvious line. So you can see there the difference on that side has got that shadow effect, and I need to blend it a bit more. And on this side, I'll just, best for me is if I do these two and then I clean the brush and then blend the outside again. So let's just pop that up there. This light's very odd, you probably can't tell what I'm doing most of it, so this will be Application Technique 101, and then we'll do Colour Technique 101 when I've got the lighting sorted. That's a bit better, there's no line there now. So it looks really dark in this, but actually it's not that. I'll take a picture and show you what it looks like in not direct sunlight. So then I would never go out without mascara and eyeliner. I'm using a new one. This is a very crayony eyeliner. I always do my waterlines if I'm going out somewhere, but natural look, I tend to just do a quick line across by the eyelashes and then hit some mascara on there. So literally just across there, and then wing it out a tiny bit so that I've got emphasis on my eyelashes. That's what that cat flick is all about, by the way, is emphasis on the eyelashes. Once you get the mascara on, they blend into that cat flick and it gives you more eyelashes. If you do that, there is an occasional time when people will go, "Ooh, you're wearing fake eyelashes." So, again, if I can show you on here, I'm not trying to do it in one straight line. If you try and do it in one straight line, I guarantee you will end up with a line across your eyelid. Okay. I need to see what that looks like actually in person. That's not too bad. Because this is a crayon, it's very, very gentle. It doesn't actually have much in the way of colour on it. My eyeshadow looks now really heavy compared to what it actually is in real life. Again, I'll post a picture along with this video on Twitter if I actually post it, so you can see what it looks like after. Should have taken a before picture, but generally the before was what I looked like in the beginning of this video. So mascara is a pain in the ass to apply. Start at the roots and wiggle the brush up the length of the lashes. And again, I'm going to need a mirror to do this because I can't see what I'm doing because the camera is not good enough to pick up my individual lashes. Sorry camera, you're not as good as the human eye. But you can tell that there's a difference there as well. I'll just do the other one. This is not my favourite mascara actually. They discontinued my favourite mascara. It's almost as good though. I like the consistency of this one. It's the brush that's really different. I like a comb brush, and we don't do a comb brush anymore. And that's about it. Mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner. So you can see that it's got more of definition around my eyes now than there was before, and I've got rid of the purple underneath, so what you can see is my eyes in front of you, and it sort of gets rid of that puffiness that look around the eyes. The only other thing that I'm going to put on for MJ is a nice light lipstick. It's very neutral. It's a pink brown. I can't remember what it's called. But it's a little bit different in colour to my natural lip colour, so it makes them look bigger. And that's it. I can't believe I just took 18 minutes to do that. My phone's just gone off, so you'll be able to hear that too. But that's my natural look. My hair was up to get it out of the way, so let's take it down. It needs a little bit of a wash, so there we go. Natural look by Jenny Thompson.